Breaking news. Welcome to Lafree's Concept TV. Here is the headlines. Fülãñï Hêrdsmeñ brutal attacks on Nigerian farmers by Ocheni Emmanuel star. Fülãñï Hêrdsmeñ brutal attacks on Nigerian farmers by Ocheni Emmanuel star. To my dear listeners, before I go into details, ensure you like, subscribe and share. Now the details. Nigeria, a nation blessed with fertile land and a thriving agricultural sector, is grappling with a devastating crisis. The relentless killing of farmers by Fülãñï Hêrdsmeñ has become a gruesome reality, leaving a trail of bloodshed, despair and economic ruin in its wake. This article delves into the heart-wrenching tale of Nigerian farmers who toil on their land only to face the brutal wrath of marauding herdsmen. The crisis unfolds. The conflict between farmers and Fülãñï herdsmen in Nigeria is not new, but its intensity and frequency have escalated alarmingly in recent years. The nomadic Fülãñï herdsmen, searching for grazing land for their cattle, often encroach upon farmers' fields, leading to clashes over resources. However, the situation has degenerated into a full-blown crisis, with herdsmen unleashing terror on farming communities. Victim tales. The stories of affected farmers are harrowing. Many have lost loved ones, suffered injuries, and seen their livelihoods destroyed. The trauma and fear are palpable, with some farmers abandoning their farms and fleeing their ancestral homes. The Nigerian government response to the crisis has been criticized as inadequate and ineffective. Despite promises to address the issue, the killings continue and the perpetrators remain largely unpunished. The lack of decisive action has emboldened the herdsmen, who seem to operate with impunity. The impact of these attacks extends beyond the immediate victims. Nigerians' food security is threatened as farmers are unable to cultivate their land. The economy suffers, and the social fabric of affected communities is torn apart. If left unchecked, this crisis could escalate into a national emergency. To stem the tide of violence, the Nigerian government must take concrete steps. Strengthen law enforcement and justice systems to ensure perpetrators are brought to book. Establish grazing reserves and implement policies to regulate herding activities. Provide support and compensation to affected farmers. The killing of farmers by Fülãñï herdsmen in Nigeria is a stain on the nation's conscience. It is imperative that the government takes decisive action to address this crisis, ensuring justice for the victims and a peaceful coexistence between farmers and others. The fate of Nigerians' agricultural sector, economy and social harmony hangs in the balance. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. And now before I go, let's move down to the comment section. Let's see what people have to say. The first comment I have here says, "This is just beginning the question. The narrative termed Ãttãçks farmer clash is a false narrative by the press. What is going on is a jihad, and the government is very much aware of it." General Christopher Musa Kinsman are victims, but he is more interested in Simon Ekpa, who is defending his own people against the activities of the jihadists. Nigerian press in turn is not helping matters. And another comment here says, "Buhari is responsible and should be tried for genocide against farmers." In response to that says, "I agree. But what is the present NSA advising his boss on this? Must we continue like this? Why are they all keeping mute?" To my dear listeners, this is where I have to come in. That this is one of the problems I feel we are having. This is where our government should come in